All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Texans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Line 20. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 24. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 47. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And an alley to run. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well. And he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Gone. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Hey, I got him. 54.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Open man is QT, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Safety's creeping. Check 24. Check 24. 25. Check 25. Check. Hayward. SOS. 24.
From the gun, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Defense wins championships, baby. Check. Crunch. Jim.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson steps away. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
36. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the pass.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Kill. 31. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the twist. Watch the... Switch.
Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken very short.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ric Flair.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
A gain of 16 yards. Rams, first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down. Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Ric Flair.
Mike 51.
A shotgun snap for Gall. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Rush in. Rush in. Big air. Tighten up.
They'll run here with Ingram. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hopkins, the one receiver right. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set. 19. 54. All right, here we go. All right, deuce. Hey, alert 3. Hey, we got to snap it.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. They're running. Ingram. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Exit.
From the gun, here's Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Hopkins, the one receiver right.
Bring it. Bring it. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This is Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Hey, Charlie. Check 52.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if...
Got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
49, check 49.
Tight dog. Slam. At 55. Switch gears.
From the 50, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Check. Put the boys down, he's coming. He's checking. Crash.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So 3rd down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Check curls. 41's the mark. You.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Check. Check it back. 2-6. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
49. Right here. 41 Mike.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Forced out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
76.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Powering his right forward.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Hey, 31! Zoom. He's checking crap. Check. Hey, 24. Check 3. Watch the safety creep. He's coming. We got double up. Under 10. 10. Hey, alert. Motion.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go. Mike's by 4. That's what I do.
Watson on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's bring it. Take 4.
On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1 yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Second and 5 now. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dylan Cole. Woods, the intended receiver.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Wide. Get wide. Check 43. Line him up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Sponge. No. Kill. 36. Out. 64. 41's the mic. 59. Coming to you. Line him up.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, they're scared. Hey, watch that. Check out.
Watson looks to throw again. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
DC. 20. 51, Mike 51.
On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Gone. And he's got his target. That's more. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check 27.
Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is gone. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Go. Obama. Hey, foxtrot.
3rd and long. It's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. With it is Brown. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 22, check. Cover. 22, check. Cover.
Watson on 3rd down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
That's no way.
At 31.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And now this pass brought in by Brown, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Hey, watch that. Check the car.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
That's it.
At the 23-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Hayward. 54. Watch 54. I know he ain't got it. Check. Crunch. Hey, 59. Hey, no timeout. Let's go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson, and he finds Safarian Jenkins. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Houston, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.